What do you feel when you hear the words diversity, equity, and inclusion? These three words, they were meant to unite us, but today they have become some of the most divisive terms in society. Once seen as novel ideas, DEI has now turned into a set of rules that, if broken, can cost you your job, your reputation, and even your freedom in some countries. How do we get there? And why are so many people starting to push back now? Let's dive in. The Democratic Party in the United States and some liberal governments around the world have transformed some well-meaning words into rigid ideologies. The first time I heard about diversity, equity, and inclusion, I thought that they were noble ideas, principles that everyone should incorporate into their life. But when these words shift from being aspirational values to rigid mandates, where a person can lose their job for not using the correct terminology, or in countries like England and Germany, where an individual can face legal consequences for perceived offenses, then the words diversity, equity, and inclusion can feel oppressive.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of improper use of the electronic communications network.
So I'm actually being arrested?
You're going to be arrested, okay?
Right.
Take you back to the police station.
Right.
You, okay, this is in relation to some comments that you've made on a Facebook page. So
I'm going to be arrested for posting on Facebook.
Made some comments that are offensive, obscene, and people have made a complaint about that, and it's...
When banks deny you a loan because your company doesn't have enough LGBTQ plus employees, that feels oppressive. When ranking organizations lower your company's score because there are not enough women on the board of directors, that feels oppressive. When social media launches a smear campaign against your business because many of your employees happen to be straight white men, that feels oppressive. When governments and social enforcers send the message, you better be inclusive or else, people start to resent the very words that promote fairness. When those words become weapons wielded by those who see themselves as the moral enforcers, many people react in three ways. They cringe, they submit, or they rebel. And those who don't conform to the new social norms fear being lectured, shamed, or labeled as bigots, homophobes, or racists. And often the solution is mandatory sensitivity training or termination. But no one likes to be fixed. No one likes to be forced. No one likes to be shamed into compliance. And so the resentment grows. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, once words that symbolize progress, are now words that many wish they would disappear completely from the English language. Diversity, equity, and inclusion were meant to foster fairness and opportunity. But when these words become tools of coercion rather than principles of inspiration, they create division instead of unity. So what do you think? Is DEI still a force for good, or has it gone too far? Please let me know in the comments, and until soon. Peace.